Hi, my name is Sierra Solis, and today I will be presenting on Peter Tosh and his album, Mama Africa. So let me just share my screen. Okay, so to begin, this is Peter Tosh. His real name is Winston Hubert McIntosh. He was born on October 19th, 1944 in Grange Hill, Jamaica, and he was also abandoned at an early age. So he grew up in different relatives' homes, and after a while, he settled in Kingston, Jamaica, with his aunt named Savannah Lamar. He began playing the guitar at a very early age. He was self-taught because he saw someone else on the street playing the guitar, and he was just mesmerized by it, so he taught himself. Once his aunt died, he moved to the ghetto part of Kingston, Jamaica, where he formed a band with Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, and this band was called the Wailers. Um, a fun fact is that Peter Tosh was actually the one that taught Bob Marley how to play the guitar. In 1972, they met a producer named Chris Blackwell, and their debut album, Catch a Fire, hit the charts. And their second album called Burning or Burnin', um, it had the world-renowned song Get Up, Stand Up. In 1974, the Wailers were most commonly known as Bob Marley and the Wailers, and um, this was due to Blackwell, their producer, wanting to focus more on the voice of Bob Marley. So that caused the band's breakup and leading to Tosh's solo career. His most notable albums were Legalize It in 1976 and Equal Rights in 1977 and Nuclear War 1987, and that album cover is not pictured here. The songs on these albums mostly feature political messages regarding the legalization of marijuana and the political abuse of power. His music has inspired others, and although he is not as popular as Bob Marley, he still inspired other artists, including Mick Jagger, where he performed a duet with him called You Gotta Walk slash Don't Look Back. Um, this is his um, Spotify. As you can see, he still has a lot of listeners. On September 11th, 1987, Tosh was actually murdered in his home by three intruders. In 2012, Tosh received the Jamaican Order of Merit. Tosh will always be remembered as a igniting reggae music globally and holding an unwavering voice in the fight against oppression. He is appreciated by all his audiences in the world, many years after his death, as seen with his monthly listeners. Moving on to the music, I will be doing an album review of Mama Africa. This music is the most popular in his home country of Jamaica. Tosh made music to escape the desolation of the ghetto in Kingston and yearning for a change. This album is very popular within Jamaican culture and especially those who lived in poor neighborhoods and especially Kingston. Um, and as I mentioned before, although he doesn't gather the same attention that Bob Marley does, he is still very respected within the reggae community. Moving on to the instruments of Mama Africa. To begin, the membrophones provide the rhythm and the heartbeat of the music. In Mama Africa, the kick drum and the snare drum are notable membrophones, producing the vibration and the Schutz membrane, especially in that opening song titled Mama Africa. It has a steady drum beat throughout the entire song. The guitar plays an essential role in reggae music, and especially in this album. It provides both the rhythmic strumming and melodic leads. And lastly, the notable category of instruments is the aerophones. There is a couple aerophone flute solos in some songs. And then the structure of the songs in Mama Africa are verse chorus format with Tosh's vocals as the focus of it. And then moving on to the songs, these are the songs that I will be going over today. To begin with the title track, Mama Africa, it sets the tone for the album. It is very upbeat and has heartfelt lyrics expressing Tosh's longing and wanting to reconnect with his African heritage. It's like a tribute homage to Africa, and it celebrates its beauty, resilience, and cultural richness. And you can also kind of feel Tasha's like pride, um, being having African identity in this song. And I thought it was very beautiful to name the album after it and have this as the title track. The next song I'll be going over is Never Gonna Give It Up, and explores themes of resilience and self-determination. It embodies the spirit of overcoming obstacles and persisting through life's challenges. The lyrics are very empowering and it rallies the listeners to embrace courage while also keeping the reggae rhythms. Next, moving on to Peace Treaty. Kind of in the name, it explores themes of world peace and his personal quest to achieving it. Um, he calls for social justice and it has very mesmerizing reggae instrumentation while Tosh confronts the realities of war and emphasizes the need for non-violence. Moving on to number 4, Glass House is a song about injustice and standing against oppression. It's similar to Not Gonna Give It Up. He highlights the injustice in the song by singing the chorus. And if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And if you can't take blows, brother, don't throw blows. These lyrics kind of explain how easily things can be shattered. But if we remain resilient and resistant against the injustice, then um, the better. Moving on to Magadog, it has transformative lyrics regarding societal injustice and those who prey on the vulnerable. The term Magadog actually means someone who's marginalized or oppressed, portraying a society plagued by corruption or inequality. He urges his listeners through this song to advocate for the systematic change so that there's no Magadogs. And then lastly, the last song I'll be going over is my personal favorite from the album, because it kind of expresses Tosh's own musical style in this album. It's a rendition of Johnny B. Good, and this rendition is captivating because it shows his versatility as a reggae artist and offers a fresh perspective on the original song. I will be playing a short clip for you. And then be sure to look out for the guitar solo kind of towards the end as well. Okay. That is one of my favorite songs from the album because it really does show his musical flair and like incorporating the rock aspect with the electric guitar, but also having the reggae beats. I found it the most lively as I described it here. And so yeah, I really did enjoy that song. So, kind of finishing up in conclusion, Mama's Africa's music encapsulates cultural pride, social consciousness, and personal liberation, while resonating those soulful vocals and reggae tunes. As you can see in that music video, there was a lot of guitars, drums, instrumentation, um, and his lyrics are thought-provoking and uplifting. I find it interesting that a lot of reggae music can do both, have really inspiring lyrics, but also be very upbeat. Kind of makes you want to dance to it. And so it offers messages of hope and resilience amid adversity using traditional reggae instruments. So these are my references. And thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit more about Peter Tosh and his music titled Mama Africa. Thank you.